Hey friends, okay friends, hey friends, home sweet home. Hey friends, I've got a constellation of 3 different betas you're going to want to opt into for our email extensions. So check this out. Here I am in Gmail. What you're about to see also works in Office 365 Outlook stuff. But if I am logging an email here I'm about to send, I can now associate it with custom objects. This contact John, he has a pet named Maestro. We can log this email to the pet record if you want. Super cool. Also, if you've received an email or sent an email and it's not logged, you can now retroactively log emails just by clicking this log email to HubSpot button. So those are 2 inside your email client, whether that's Outlook or Gmail. The other is a setting for users. Under user permissions in the account tab in settings, there's now this personal email access toggle. If you turn this off, that means they won't be able to connect their email or send emails from inside the CRM. Friends, let's talk a little bit about deal management and specifically deal inspection and forecasting intelligence. A lot of updates have happened here. A lot of them happened while I was gone. More are still coming out. I'm kind of conglomerating them all together. Stick with me. We'll try to make it make sense. So here I am looking at a deal board. First thing I want to call out, this new insights area up at the top. This is a great place for your managers and your sales reps to spend their time in their one-to-ones. Recognize that a sales rep probably doesn't want to stare at this all day. Very important to know you can hide it. But these are great insights that'll tell you how your team are doing. Also, the preview pane that appears when you click on the box of a deal instead of its name has gotten some pretty cool upgrades. If you have a pinned activity, that appears here, and if it's a long note like this one, you can see the whole thing here. If you're given some sort of overview of the deal, as I have in this case, you can also see your recent activities, and then down below, associated records and things. This makes it super easy to without having to open the full record, see what's going on. Moving over to the forecast page, we have some similar updates. So these insights up at the top are here. You can now see green and red up and down how you're trending over time. You can now forecast across all pipelines instead of just one at a time, or you can do multiple. This is only under forecast category. Can't do it by deal stage because different pipelines have different deal stages. But then one thing I want to call out too is for submitted forecasts. If you have your reps and teams coming in and submitting their forecasts, you can now in this history tab see how their accuracy is changing over time, right? Accuracy 0%, 38%. Are they getting better or worse as the period goes on? Friends, your sales and marketing alignment just got a huge boost. Check this out. So here I am creating a form and I have an email property and a drop-down country property and drop-down industry property. If we go over to options, you can choose where this redirects. After, you could show a thank you page or redirect to another page, or you can redirect to a meeting scheduling page. Cool. And you could just select a page here, but look at this option here, conditionally redirect people to different scheduling pages. So for every property in your form, you can say, hey, here's a condition. And if it's, if they're in Australia, we're going to route them to Andre. And let's add another one, if they are in Canada, we're going to route them to me. How about that? And for other fields, right? How about we say for the industry field, if they are in any of these industries here, we're going to route them to this other page. I don't know. How about that one? You can now A/B test your sequences. For emails, you can now add an A and a B variant, see how they do, and pick your favorite one. Check it out. So here I am in a sequence I'm editing, and this is an automated email right here. You can see the sends, opens, clicks, replies, meetings, but you can add an A/B test. So we can choose a different email and put that in here, and we can turn this on. And then we can compare these metrics as we go. And after you've sent it to 100 contacts or so and you know which one's better, you can come in and turn off the one you don't like. Okay, let's dust off this thing. I've got a lot of big announcements I gotta give you in the next couple weeks leading up to Inbound. I've been gone for the last 10 weeks, but I'm back now. This is real. This is not a pre-recorded video. Monday, August 21st, my first day back in the office, and I have missed a lot in the last 10 weeks. And so I think I'm just going to be wearing my orange hat every day for the next 2 weeks as I bring you up to speed on all the big things we've been launching and are launching and will be launching in the lead up to Inbound. So let's start things off with deal-based lists. Let's check this out. Here I am on the list page, and if I create a list, we now have deal-based lists. That's such a deal. And we're going to save that and look at this. Look, just like with any other list, you can use things from the current deal, of course, but look at all these associated objects. You can, pull in line item or quote or shipment, that's a custom object, or your activities. If you want to look at like call duration or things with meetings, you can make lists of your deal. This one is near and dear to my heart, friends. You can now create playlists of HubSpot Academy content and share them with other people, even people outside of your HubSpot account. So check this out. Here I am inside HubSpot Academy. And if you go up to My Saved Items, there's this new My Playlists area. And when you come here, it's going to look like this. It's going to be empty, but you can just create a playlist. And you can call it whatever you want. This is Kyle's playlist. And it's, obviously going to be the best one. Even though I can't type at all. And then you can just, you can search for what you want, right? So if I want to add sales enablement, right? I can find that and add some of these in here, right? Or if I want to do sales software, my darling, my one I worked so hard on, we can do that. And then, when you're done, you can save it. And you can start the playlist if this is for your own purposes, or you can share it, and that's just a link you can share with anyone on the internet. Friends, we've got to talk about meeting rotations. Check this out. So here I am on the meeting setting page, and I can create a new meeting rotation, which can be called anything. We'll call it that. And it can be a collection of teams, or individual people, or a combination of the two, whatever you want. And now we have a meeting rotation. And you're wondering, Kyle, what is this thing? You just made it. You didn't even tell me what it is. Well, let's imagine that I am a BDR, SDR type person, and I am going to book a meeting on behalf of another person. Earlier this year, we created this functionality so I can do that, right? I can go into the meeting page, and instead of having me be the host, I can select someone else as a host. But look, now I can select this meeting rotation, and if there's a group of people that I should be booking for, I can select between them, and it's gonna suggest which one I should do first. But this is just you can choose the one you want. Friends, let's talk about record customization. So here I am on the contact setting page. You can do this for any object you want. If you opt into this new beta, look at this customize the middle column option. You click on this. If you have a pro or enterprise subscription, you can do this per team. But whoever you are, you can do this for a default view for everyone. And check this out. Look at this. This workspace looks exactly like a record page, right? And let's say you want to add a new tab. We can totally add a new tab. Here is my new tab. How about that? And let's say you want to reorder these tabs. No big deal. Totally do that. Maybe we want this new tab to be the first tab. Easy as that. And now we can add cards. And look, those of you who have customized these things in the past, editing these cards, each one had like its own settings page, and you had to run around to the company's page to edit the company's one, and the data highlights page to edit the data highlights one. But look, if we just want to edit one of these, we can just edit it here on the fly. We can choose what's on it, and it's no big deal at all. HubSpot now has built-in SMS capabilities. Now, before I show it to you, I should mention this is a paid add-on for Marketing Pro and Enterprise, and it is currently only for US-based customers who are communicating with people in the US and Canada. But if that sounds like you, check this out. Here I am in the new SMS area. It's under marketing. It gets its own little tab here, SMS. And then you come here, and building an SMS and managing and analyzing SMSs is going to feel very familiar to you if you've done anything with email. We have the same sort of analytics going on here and the same sort of listing and sorting. And if you create a message, first thing you're going to do is give it a name. So Kyle's new SMS, whatever we want to call it. And then this is the flow you come into. We got a nice preview on a phone over here, and we can enter, whatever it is you want to say to your people, and you can put in emojis, and you can add links and special characters, and you can drop in personalization tokens, which is perhaps the most powerful thing of this whole new feature set. You're connected right to your customer platform, so you can pull that all in. That's great. Then in your settings, you're gonna see just a few basic options here, but the thing I really want to draw your attention to is sending. You can, if you want, just send this right now. Send some SMSs to whoever it is. Your recipients are here. You have lists and contacts. You can have lists you don't send to, and you can choose which number you're going to send to. You can schedule it for later, right? Particular date and time. You can check your recipients' time zones if you selected recipients. But then also, newest feature just released today or yesterday, you can do it as part of a workflow. So similar to saving an email for automation, you can do this as part of a workflow, and then in your workflows, you have an action like send email, but send SMS. This is now available. The automation part is a beta you have to opt into. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions.